All right, with summer right around the corner, you guys might be in the market for a new cooler, or you guys might just want to upgrade your current ice cooler. Today, we're going to take a look at the 12-volt cooler by Bodega. This is the TWW75. All right, guys, so over the years, we've seen coolers evolve all the way from the old Igloo coolers to the new Yeti and Arctic coolers with the thick walls. Currently, what the new trend is are these 12-volt coolers. So these are iceless coolers. You don't put ice in them. So pretty much this is a portable mini fridge. They have a built-in compressor, and this is going to run off of AC, 12 volts, or you can get the optional battery for them. All right, so you guys might be asking, so what is the advantages to upgrading, say, my ice cooler to a 12-volt cooler? Well, the biggest advantage is you can manipulate and set the temperature exactly how you want it with these 12-volt coolers. You don't have to rely on any ice. You don't have to worry about running out of ice. As long as you got a place to plug this in, whether it be an AC outlet or a 12-volt outlet in your vehicle, or even like a power station, something like that with a solar panel, this cooler can be set at any temperature you want. And both of these compartments can be set at different temperatures or the same temperature. So over here, you could have more of a refrigerator type setting for like pops, beverages, something like that. And then over here, if you wanted to keep your meat frozen, you can set this even lower to more of a freezing temperature. If you want to have this whole thing a freezer, you can set both sides to freezer temp. If you want the whole thing to be refrigerator, you can set both sides to the refrigerator temp. It doesn't matter, they can be both the same, or you can separate them if you want to. And to do that, it's real simple. There's a built-in LCD screen right over here on the side, and you can set each one of the compartments, or you can actually use an app. All right, guys, as you can see right over on the side here, it's got a handle that extends out. Makes this really easy to move around with the wheels on the back. So considering that this is a larger cooler, having the wheels and the handle definitely helps a lot when you want to move this around. If you guys take a look at the top here, it's got two separate compartments, which is nice. So if you want to go ahead and grab a beverage, pop, beer, anything like that, but you want to keep your food frozen on one side, these compartments are separated. And also with these lids, they can be reversed. So you just go ahead, pop these off like so, and then you can slide them in the other side. And they can be reversed. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a look in the inside here. As you guys can see, the left compartment here, nice and deep. It does come with this wire basket, and it does have a drain plug right at the bottom. Nice LED light on the side here to be able to illuminate what's inside of the compartment. Now over on the other side here, this one is designed a little bit differently, as you guys can see, because underneath this section here is where the compressor is going to be located. So you do get a little bit of a dip down there. You got another plug at the bottom, and then you get this nice area up here. Also get the light on this side and the wire basket, which is nice. All right, for the cooler, guys, we'll do some overall measurements here. So from front to back, you're looking at about 32 inches long. From top to bottom, we're at about 19 inches. And then the depth, we're coming in, if you include the handle, we're looking at about 22 inches. All right, now for the inside capacity, so from wire basket to wire basket, from front to back, you're looking at about 14 and a half. Side to side, you're looking at about 12 inches. And then from the bottom to the top, you're looking at another 14 inches on this side. Now on this side, it's gonna be a little tricky. Obviously the front to back and side to side is gonna be the same, but your depth is gonna be about 5.5 inches on this side. And then right here, where it does drop down, this is about 4.5 inches wide. So this one's gonna be a little bit different, but you'd be able to put like water bottles down there like I just did, stack them. And like I said earlier, you can decide on which side you want to be at what temperature. You don't have to have this be the freezer and that be the fridge or vice versa. And both of these could be the same temperature if you choose. Everything can be manually controlled temperature-wise. All right, so as we wrap around here, you guys get a good look at the wheels. These are plastic wheels, but pretty durable. Come over to the back side. You're going to see a solar input, so this also can be charged via a solar panel. This is where your AC or 12-volt source is going to go, and then this is where your battery compartment is if you choose to buy the battery. Now, if you do want to use the solar input, you will have to get the optional battery to run with that. You can't just run the solar panel separately. You got your handle here, bottle opener. And then as we wrap around, this is the venting for the compressor. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear the compressor, but the compressor is very quiet. Go around the back side here. And then, like you can see on the corners here, they got nice protective reinforcements on both of these corners. And then you got your rubber molded handle, and then all your controls here. So this is going to be a USB-A port to be able to charge maybe a phone or something. And this is all touchscreen, so that's why you hear it beeping. So this is what you're going to use to control the settings on your cooler. Over here to my right is your power button. So you just hold that down to turn it off. Touch it to turn it back on. All right, so down here, there's a couple different settings. You can change this to eco mode or max mode with the setting button, and pretty much that's just going to be the power consumption for it. If you put in eco mode, it might take a little bit longer to cool down, but it'll be more efficient. So if you're running this off, say, like a portable power station or something like that, if you hold the settings button down, so this adjustment's going to be low, medium, or high, and this is for your battery protection. So this has a 3-stage dynamic battery protection system, and what that does is it prevents your car from having a dead battery. So if your car is turned off, you got this plugged in, you can set this to high, medium, or low, and when this voltage drops below a certain voltage, it'll shut the compressor off so that this doesn't drain your battery completely and you won't be able to start your vehicle. Now, if you want to change the temperature on the left or right side, really easy to do. You're going to use this plus and minus here. So you can turn this up. This is the left side. And while that's blinking, you're going to hit the settings button here, which takes you over to the other side. And then that's how you adjust the right side. All right, guys, so another really cool thing with this Bodega cooler is it does have an app, as you guys can see on my tablet here, and it's going to give you all the information you need. You can run this on your phone. This is an Android, so if you guys got an Android, I'm sure it's on iOS too, but I haven't been able to test that. But as you guys can see up in the corner, it shows you your battery life just in case you were running this off an external battery. And then there is your degrees, and you can change what you want the setting for each one, and you can hear the cooler beeping in the background as I'm changing that. You can turn it on and off right there at the bottom, and then you can lock it too. So if you guys got kids or something, you want to set the settings, and then you just lock it on the app so that when you come over here, you can touch all these buttons, nothing's going to register. It does have a spot for more options, so you can change the temperature scale, Fahrenheit, Celsius. You got your max mode, your eco mode, your battery protect mode, and some other things. So pretty nice that they added an app to be able to control this with, instead of just always having to use this panel. Say you got this in the back of your truck or something, you could connect the app and you can just control it from your phone if you wanted to change some of the settings. All right, guys, so as you can see on the left side, it says 34 degrees. On the right side, it says 14. So I got a temp gauge here. We're gonna go ahead and test that out and see what this says. So we'll go ahead and pop this open on the left side. Go ahead and put this on 35, 34.9, 35, kind of moving around a little bit. But as you guys can see, that's pretty close. So 35.6 says 34, so about 1.5 degrees off. The other side says 13 now, so we'll go over to the other side and we'll see where we're at. So 15, right around 15, so not too bad, pretty accurate. These types of coolers come in really handy for me because what I do is I usually fill these up at home, plug them into the vehicle, then I go up to my cabin, and when I unplug this out of my car, I just plug it right in to the AC outlet at the cabin, and it's constantly being powered and everything stays nice and cold, just like a regular refrigerator. If you're going on long trips, something like that, day trips, week trips, depending on what you're doing, you don't have to worry about your ice melting or anything like that as long as you got this plugged in to your 12-volt outlet or some type of power source. It's always going to keep everything cold for you. Overall, I think this is a really well-built cooler. Like it a lot, easy to use, tons of room. Like the fact that it's got the wheels on there with the extendable handle. Makes it really easy to move it around, especially when this is packed full of food and beverages. Now this one is the TWW75. Like I said, it's like a 75 quart cooler, but Bodega has other sizes. Some that are, I think they got one that's 100 quart, and then they got a bunch of smaller sizes, different configurations, different setups. So tons of different models to choose from. I'll make sure I put some links in the description box below if you guys are interested in any of these Bodega coolers. Definitely recommend them. I think these coolers are pretty nice. Hopefully you guys found the video useful. If you did, smash that like button. You guys got any comments, questions, put them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Remember, I have some links in the description box below. If you guys are interested, use those links to help out the channel a lot. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.